Yes, I'm talking about rice and don't disrespect my baby. Hey there nerds, I'm back with another video, and as you can see in the description below, I'm going to be ranking the top 30 romance tropes in books and anime. Honestly, it's more of like the top 30 tropes I've heard of, but I just felt like ranking them anyway. So also, I want to thank you for the 100 subscribers I have. Okay, let's get into it. So first here we have enemies to lovers, which this was God's gift to humanity right here. I'm lying. This is God's gift to me. I love enemies to lovers. It's just anything with opposites attracting is just for me. It's just like it keeps me on the edge of my seat, and I'm just like, what's gonna happen? Are they gonna get together? Are they not? Like, I love it. I love enemies to lovers. Friends to lovers, on the other hand, I'm not a big fan of. There are some good ones out there, honestly, especially when they're like childhood friends. Like, I tend to like it more when they were childhood friends and they didn't have the opportunity to like be together because they were so young, and then they get together when they're older. So I'm not gonna like, I'm not gonna do it. It could be good, but it's not like, it's not enemies to lovers, that's for sure. Love triangles, I don't know about love triangles, honestly. The only time I actually like them is when I could tell two characters obviously like each other, but like for whatever stupid reasons that they don't want to say it with their mouth, they like end up in some kind of love triangle. Secret billionaire, I honestly am like, I don't really care if you're secretly rich or not. It's not gonna do anything for me. Like, they have books where the trope is just like, oh, I'm a rich guy and I just was looking for a normal girl who appreciated me for me and not for my money, like whatever. I like the romance, not the money. So, moving on. Secret royalty. Okay, so don't shame me. Please keep the shade away from the comments. I do like secret royalty. I don't know why, but there's just something about royals in general that's just like, I don't know, it's just fun to read, fun to watch. I just like it, and I don't need no judgment. Secret identity, I'm gonna have to put that with the as well. I'm not really into the secret things, unless it's royalty, of course. But I'm not really into the secret identity stuff. Like, I don't know if they were secretly a cop or secretly a spy the whole time. Unless it's enemies to lovers, then I would like it. But aside from that, not really, like, maybe because there are some situations that it could be good, I'll move it to the good piles. This one. If you haven't seen my reel yet, I just posted a reel on Instagram like 2 days ago for you guys. It's today for me, but it's gonna be 2 days for you because I'm posting this Friday. Basically, for you non-readers, watchers of animes out there, a pregnancy trope is when they have like a one-night stand and then the girl ends up pregnant and it kind of like they get together because she's pregnant, or like maybe they actually fall in love after. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like feeling like their romance was forced because of a situation they didn't want. I'm a big believer in consenting out here, as all of you should be. So I'm not a fan of accidental pregnancy. Like, it shouldn't exist. It doesn't need to be alive. Like, just thumbs down. Now, stuck together, forced proximity. I did read this book where the two main characters got stuck in an elevator together, even though they hated each other before, so enemies to lovers, But they got stuck in an elevator together, and I actually did enjoy it because it's not like accidental pregnancy where like their future's changing against their will or wants. It's like a momentary like, oh shit, this man is here. Excuse my language. Like, damn, I'm stuck with this person. So I'm gonna say the stuck together forced proximity is a good category. Like, could get like 3 to 4 stars from me depending. Forbidden love. Okay, I love forbidden love. I guess it kind of falls in lines with enemies to lovers. I love forbidden love because I just like the whole tension of it. Romeo and Juliet, even though I don't like the actual Shakespeare story because they got married and died within 3 days of knowing each other, like that all happened in 3 days, and I think that's way too quick. But I do like forbidden love, The incest scare though, that's the next one. I'm not a fan of those. Honestly, I don't get it. Like, no, especially like they'll have tension thinking they're siblings and it just grosses me out. So we're gonna put that in the why does it exist pile, that it needs to like forever get removed from the world. Second chances. Okay. Don't hate me. Don't hate me. I don't like second chances. Like, I'm one of those people who, like, if it doesn't happen the first time, move on. Soulmates, I'm gonna put that, I don't know. This is hard for me because I could see it being good or great. I have read stories like the Evermore series, I believe, by Allison something. If you know the last name, if you know what series I'm talking about, where they're like, you know, immortals and they reincarnate all the time and get back together. Not the Fallen series. It's another series by like Allison something. Anyway, it's an older series. Back in my wee days when I was like 12, reading books I shouldn't be reading. But yeah, they had soulmates and I liked it then. I think as I'm older, I don't like the idea of like fate forcing me to be with someone. I like the idea of choosing to be with them, but at the same time, I like the idea of like being perfectly matched to someone. I'm gonna put it in the great pile. I'm lying. I like it. I do like it. It's not just good. It could be great. I've had stories where I absolutely love, like Feyre and Ryson. Those were my babies. Like the whole first book, I was like, why are you with him? Why are you with him? Why are you with him? And then the second book came and I was like, oh, Sarah J. Maas, you did it again. Because, you know, Throne of Glass, she switched too. But I loved it. Fake relationships. I'm corny. I don't know why. I love the fake relationship trope, but like every book I read where they're like pretending to be together, I just loved it. Oh my gosh, The Love Hypothesis. I absolutely love that book. I need to buy it. Honestly, I'm broke. Donate to my charity. But anyway, I need to buy that book so I can add it to my shelf. I absolutely loved it. The whole fake relationship situation. Like, yeah, it was one of my faves. Ugh. Do I even need to explain everything that's wrong with this? Do I even need to say it? I don't think so. I think it speaks for itself. Workplace romance. So this is more of an anime trope for sure. I haven't read many books with workplace romances, but granted, I do read a lot of YA and I'm just getting into the new adult side of things. So I don't really, they're not the age where they'd have a really big workplace romance yet. So for anime, I do really love workplace romances. Slow burn. Okay, I love a good slow burn. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a fan of when everything is just happening all at once. Like, I just turned the page and they're already making out. Like, I need some build up. A good slow burn, like, I love those. Love at first sight. Not for me. Like, you can't just see someone and be like, oh my god, I'm madly in love with them. This goes back to the Romeo and Juliet thing, where it's like, how did they meet each other, get married to each other, and then kill themselves for each other all in the span of 3 days? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. The everything backwards trope. Okay, hear me out. This is not a trope everyone knows about. I've seen it in both anime and books. So it could be something like they got married before they even met and like learned about each other and kissed or something, or they had sex and stuff. Anyway, that's the everything backwards trope. I'm gonna go next one. Arranged marriage. I don't know if you've seen it, and what's the name? It's like The Rose and the Dagger by Renee something. I'm really bad with names, honestly. Something by Renee where it is arranged marriage and she thinks he's like some evil emperor guy, and then they fall in love and he's actually awesome. I think his name is Khalid in the book. It's awesome. I can go read an arranged marriage story. You know, I'm actually gonna keep the arranged marriage in that ant pile. Age gap, die. Why does he exist? That's when it's like they're like a 16-year-old and like a 30-year-old. No, go away. Unless the only exceptions you have for age gap is if it's like a fantasy novel and he's like a fairy or the fae and he's like 1,000 years old and she's like 17, but he looks like he's 17 and acts like he's 17, but he's not. That's like the only exception. Yes, I'm talking about Rysand. Don't disrespect my baby. Anyway, found family. I love found families, like in romance and not romance aspect. I just love it. Just, and then we have the one bed situation, which is also like, I absolutely love this trope. And what I loved Ali Hazelwood did in The Love Hypothesis was she had like the whole one bed trope. She's going in and she's thinking like, oh my god, it's gonna be one bed because I'm here with him, and actually being two beds in the room. I absolutely loved it because she like took all the expectations and threw it in our face. Like, it was great. But I love the one bed situation. I don't know, there's just something about it that leaves you attention up. Where are we gonna sleep? Who's taking the bed? Who's taking the floor? Are we both sleeping in the bed? Then there's all this tension, like, I can't sleep because he's right next to me. And then there's everyone can see it but them. I don't know how I feel about those. Like, they're on and off. I hate when romances take too long. Like, I like slow burns, but I hate when they take too long to get to the point. And like, if it's the point where your mom, your dad, your friends, your grandma can see that you guys are meant to be together, but you two can't, I'm just like, it's just, what am I reading? I'm watching these two characters just be stupid. That's how I feel. I hate everyone but you. I don't like the hate part. Like, it's a little much, but I do have a soft spot for characters that are just like, she's my special one. She's like the person that makes me a good person, or taught me how to be a good person, or something like that. So they could be good. They're not like great because, I don't know, I'm not trying to condone this hateful behavior out here, but I do think they can be good. So now we're getting a little bit more into the anime stuff. Sundere. So Sundere is more like, it describes a character that's like really mean on the outside but sweet on the inside. So like, let's say it's two main characters. Like, either the guy or the girl can be Sundere. So they'll be like mean and they seem like they don't like you, but they really love you on the inside. A good example would be Toradora. Taika is definitely Sundere. And honestly, I do like it. I think it's like, the Sundere could be great. Actually, they could be good because I don't really like the angry persona. It's like why are you being mean? You don't have to be mean. I'm more of a kudere person. So basically, a kudere is like the Japanese version of our loved morally gray characters. Like, they're usually like apathetic. They're not mean. I'm thinking of Wrath, from the Kingdom of the Cursed. He's definitely a kudere character. Even though he's supposed to be angry, he's not really mean to her. Like, he's nice to her, just cool and like standoffish and like, rubs her the wrong way, but he's not mean to her. I wouldn't say he's mean to her, but we can have that argument. Now, dandere is like when a character is like shy and timid unless they're around their romantic partner, who like, it brings the life out of them. It makes them seem brighter and lighter and funner and all of those things. I don't really care for that. It's like, whatever. Like, I don't think being in love is going to change your whole personality. Like, maybe if you had walls up, like your kudere, it can bring it down. Maybe if you just had an angry disposition towards it. But if you're just shy and timid in general, that's usually not going to change because you're in a romantic relationship. So, not really, not a big fan. And then yandere is when they get obsessed with you. That's like, they will take your sweat and put it in a vial and put it on a mantle, put candles around it, and pray to that crap every day. That's what the yandere is. I honestly, no, why do you exist? We don't get obsessed with people out here. Like, we got morals, we got a pride. We're not praying to anybody but God, okay? Anyway, memory loss. I think a memory loss could be good. I don't think it's great. I'm not a big fan of it because it takes away kind of your personality. But in romance specifically, no, not a big fan. And then the last one here we have is I'm supposed to kill you trope, which I do love those. I'm obsessed with them, honestly. The I'm supposed to kill you, it also brings tension. Like, if you look at everything that I put in the why hasn't this happened to me yet pile, they're all like stuff that like has automatic tension in the way the relationship is. Like, I'm supposed to kill you, but I love you. We're enemies, but I love you. We're pretending to date, but I love you. We're not really family, but I found you and I love you. There's one bed. Are we going to be together? Yeah, we are. I love you. And then kudere, that's just the character trope that I like, which is like morally great character. So if you can't tell the kind of person I am from this, you will in the future videos, because I'm going to do a bunch more of these. I love this, absolutely. So This is here. This is what you got. This is me rating the top 30 romance tropes in anime and books, mostly in books, honestly. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video.